iProf's CAT Prep program. This is module 3, and in this session we are going to discuss a very critically important type of verbal ability questions which is called sentence correction. Now if you look at the past year's CAT papers, you will find that there have been various formats of sentence correction questions that have appeared in the CAT in the past. But irrespective of the format, what is common is that you are given either a few sentences or maybe a set of paragraphs, and you will have to identify the part which has some error grammatically in that sentence. So we will go ahead and obviously take a look at all the formats that have come in the past in this session. On your screen are two real advertisements that we have picked from the internet. Now, do you see anything incorrect in these? If you do, then you are unlikely to face much of a problem with sentence correction. And if you don't see anything wrong, well, we are here to help you prepare so that you can detect grammatical errors in sentences. So, don't fret. Like always, let us start with taking a look at the formats of this type of questions that have appeared in the past CATs. In the late 90s, a sentence correction question would consist of 4 or 5 parts of a sentence, of which only one would be grammatically correct. A few years later, the CAT started emulating the GMAT. So you would be given a sentence with a part of it underlined. You would have to choose the option that replaced the underlined part best to make the whole sentence grammatically correct. CAT continued with this format for a few years before adopting the third format. This format gives you 4 or 5 sentences or parts of which only a few are grammatically correct. And of course, your job is to identify the correct parts. In this session, we will consider all the 3 formats. As you can see in the table, sentence correction has been a regular feature of the verbal ability section of the CAT for many years now. So, we cannot ignore it. This is precisely the reason why we have dedicated this full session to sentence correction. Let's start with this example that you see. In these questions, each sentence has been divided into 4 parts marked A, B, C and D. Identify that part of the sentence which needs to be changed for the sentence to be grammatically correct. Now, this question pertains to the first format. We are given 4 parts, of which one has some grammatical error. The question is, which part? Okay, so let us read the sentence. Almost all school teachers insist that a student's mother is responsible for the student's conduct as well as his dress. Now, look at the last part. There is something odd in this part. As well as his dress. Well, this could mean that the student's dress is as responsible for his conduct as his mother is. So, what is the correct form of part D? It should read, as well as for his dress. So, the sentence would then become, almost all school teachers insist that a student's mother is responsible for the student's conduct as well as for his dress, and that will be the correct sentence. You know, sentence correction questions in the CAT 90s were quite simple. This question on your screen is another example. Let's read it. In the forthcoming elections, every man and woman must vote for the candidate of their choice. Now, the sentence says, every man and woman. Now, the word every is singular. So, how can every man and woman vote for the candidate of their choice? The word their just does not fit. Okay, what would be the correct sentence? Easy. It should read, in the forthcoming elections, every man and woman must vote for the candidate of his or her choice. Take a look at this question. A short while ago, I had said that the sentence correction questions in the CAT 90s were quite simple. Then, why are we doing these examples from that era? The reason is that even though these are simple questions, they are very useful. You know, if you understand these, then it would be easier to do the sentence correction questions of the present day CAT. Anyway, so we get back to our question. It is essential that diseases like tuberculosis are detected and treated as early as possible in order to assure a successful cure. Now, where is the error? Look at the word assure in the last statement. Assure means to guarantee, whereas the word ensure means to make sure. Assure is incorrect usage in this case. It should have been ensure. Look at this question. The Mumbai police have found the body of a man who they believe to be the prime suspect in a murder case. Now, please note that there is no problem with the first part. Mumbai police is a collective noun, and the word have in the first part matches with the word they in the third part. Okay, so where is the error? The error is in the word who in the third part. Very often we get confused between the words who and whom. Whom as in with an M. Who is used in conjunction with I, he or she. You know, the question who took my pen gets answered as I took it, or he took it, or she took it. Whereas if I wanted to know which person would you give a Volvo to, I would ask, whom would you give your Volvo to? And the answer will be, I will give it to him or her. In this example, the police believe the man or him to be the prime suspect. Hence, the word in this context should be whom and not who. Thus, it is part C which is incorrect. Interestingly, if we change the structure of the given sentence, say from they believe to be the prime suspect to say they believe is the prime suspect, then the appropriate word will be who. So we could say the Mumbai police have found the body of a man who they believe is the prime suspect in a murder case. This would have been correct usage. In either case, the sentence that is incorrect is the third part.